before anything, does anyone have an issue with what we've done before? Perhaps a question, some difficulties, anything? All right. So I would like to. We've missed. I think we missed. What class did we? Okay, this is the it's Friday's class that we did not take, but we let's have a little review on what we did last. We talked about we defined a function where we say the function is a reusable block of code or programming statements designed to perform a certain task. All right. So to define or declare a function, we saw how you can declare a function. I hope I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, you are.
We saw yanda ake declaring function. Where is it? We saw the syntax. So can't find the syntax. All right, so this is the syntax. So if you want to define a function or declare a function, you have the def keyword, this def, which is a keyword. To bayan shi sai ka faɗi sunan function ɗin, sa'an nan me function ɗin zai yi idan aka yi executing ɗinsa. So, and if you want to use the function, you or call the function, you now say call the name of the function and use this parenthesis. So we saw function without parameters, that we created this greet function that which if you run it zai ce kawai hello, and we saw functions with parameters, right? Let's go through functions with parameters so that we can finish functions sharply. So we said if you want to define a function like this, for instance, with parameters, let's call it greeting this time, greetings, and then you pass a parameter like say name, for instance. Then the argument is print hello name, right? So we said if you execute if you want to call this function that I've just created, when you call the name of the function, you say greetings. Since it comes with a parameter, it can be anything, but you provide a name. For instance, you call it Abdul, right? So it's going to say hello Abdul. That is what a parameter is. A function that needs an uh, an argument before it runs, right? I know we've done this. So
Hello, sir.
yeah,
Please, can you, before you go forward, I'm a bit confused here now. Like yesterday, we did an input, and I want to know the difference between what we did in the class yesterday, that input, the one that you can, make someone enter their name, and this one. What's the difference?
input is just one use case. You can just use it once. It's just something that takes input from the. Let's not confuse those that are not in physical class. Remind me, I'll answer your
Okay.
question when we meet tomorrow.
Okay,
So
then thank you,
so
sir.
that I will not bring something else into the class. All right. So um yeah. So as I was saying, we the print message. But this is not the best practice. Like for instance, I said greetings. Go. Let's call it greeting this time so that we can make changes. And I say the argument is name, and I said it should just print. But this is not the best use case for the function. There is another thing you can do without using the print function. Waalaikum salam. Abu Khadija. Hello? Sorry, in our class, I'll call you back. Let's say in our class, I'll call you back. All right. So sorry. What I'm trying to say is the purpose of this greeting function is for it to return a greeting message, right? Like hello, someone, or welcome to something. But a way you can make it better is adding some codes to show your professionalism. Like we can say message, we should create a message that will later return. It should be equals to the name you provided plus, you can concatenate uh, strings, name plus let's say welcome to Python for data science and analytics. So the code we are creating, we just created a variable now. We are saying the code this function wants is that anytime someone what's it called, enters a name into this greeting function, it should create a message. The message should contain a string that adds the name that was provided plus the message welcome to Python for data science. So it will call the name. If the name is Yusuf, it should say Yusuf, welcome to Python for data science. So now you print the message, right? So anytime a person calls this function now, let's say greeting Male Yusuf. So we are expecting the full message that it should say Yusuf, welcome to Python for data science. But what did you notice? What is the problem with this code?
Yusuf and welcome.
All right, bar space code. So you can fix that in your concatenation message. So say maybe kila ma kamata a ce bayan Yusuf din akwai comma, say welcome to data science for Python for data science analytics. So a ɗayan string din sai ka saka comma ka ba da space haka a misali. So when you run it now, the function, when you run this, it will say Yusuf, welcome to Python for data science and analytics. Any question or confusion?
Hello, sir.
I can hear you. I know you are confused. I ask.
No, I'm not confused in a way.
Okay,
but then I just want to. It's not just like the physical class that as you are doing, we are following you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm using my systems. I want to be doing it with collab on my phone.
All right.
I want to be following you so that you won't be.
All right. So apart from Mala Yusuf, does anyone have a question or have you left anyone behind? Akwai any issue? Malam Khalid, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, sorry, the video I forgot. Ban tashi tana da zancen bidiyon ba wallahi sai ɗazu. Za ga na ɗaura. I didn't put it early. I'm also recording this one. Maybe I will now post it as well immediately I'm done with the class. Well, I forgot to share the video with you guys.
Okay, so wannan da ka turo na function din shine na last class da aka yi jiya?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, like I said, you can do a lot of things, and actually, inbuilt function irin su sum da sauransu, like I explained before, this is how they were created. So let's say, so apart from print, akwai print sannan kuma akwai abin da ake kira return a Python. Idan kai creating function ba wai lalle abu ne da kake so ya printing ba, So you can instead of just saying print, because print might have some variables you might find difficult to use, you can just say you can use return instead. What I'm trying to say is that in this our particular function now, we can actually make some changes. What are these changes we can make? We can say, instead of saying print that particular um, argument here, we can say after it has created this message, let's copy this function and paste it here. Then you want to change. So instead of print message, akwai abin da ake kira return message, right? Amfanin return din nan shine idan kai creating variable a cikin function ɗinka, za ka iya cewa Python bayan an creating variable din nan return abin da ke cikin variable din nan. Kun ga ai da na yi highlighting akai yana nufin variable. So return what was saved. It's the same function as print. So if I use return and I say print greeting and I call the function greeting, I used a name, it is going to give me the same result, right? It's going to return what was saved inside this function, inside this message. So return the print in this sense are the same. Bambancin su shine shi ba a saka abin da ake so a printing a cikin parenthesis. Shi haka kawai za ka bar sa ka ba da space kuma zai maka returning abin da aka yi saving a cikin wannan variable din. Za ku ga amfaninsa yanzu. Saboda kila mathematical calculation za ka yi kuma in ka ce za ka yi ta ɗauko print zai ta baka headache ne. A misali, bari mu ga idan za a yi creating function da zai yi lissafi ya za a yi. A misali mu ce function ne mun yi defining area, me formula area of a cycle, area of a cycle wayanda suka yi mass. So
Area of what?
A cycle, we know that the formula is pi r square ko pi times r times guda biyu sai square. So wannan shine formula area na cycle. To idan kana so ka kirkiri function tunda a area na cycle ga wayanda suka yi mass sun sani pi is constant, you know that is 3.14, sannan kuma wannan square ne, kawai iya abin da ake so r ne. To kin ga yanzu a misali ai ta baka radius, a misali a ce calculate area of the circles whose radius are, sai aka ce r, cycle na farko r1 radius ɗinsa 7, na biyu r2 radius ɗinsa 8, haka a ta lissafo su kaman 10. To idan kika ce za ki calculating tunda kin san formular, kowanne za ki ce area of cycle 1, area of cycle 1 is equal to, sai kin ce pi, me pi 3.14, sai ki ce times me r1
R1.
sai double 2, kowanne sai kin zo kin ƙara typing a2 a3 a4, kin gane. So the task is repetitive. Instead of doing it repetitively like this, you can create a function wanda kawai iya radius ɗin za ana canzawa. Yanzu bara mu creating function da zai lissafa area of a circle. Yanzu mu ce def area of circle. Idan fa aka ba wani abu ya shiru fa ba ruwana. Area of circle.
Ai an bar ma baya kam.
To me faru? Kai ai typing kake so kai Malam Yusuf, shi sa ake bar ka baya. Me faru, me matsalar?
To shi kana barin bar typing din ya suna kala video.
Yawwa, so def area of circle. Ai wancan kawai example na bada na goge su, ai me na baka a baya. Ai ba abin da na yi daga kan wannan return message in shi kenan. Alright. Depth area of circle, to za mu defining formula da kamar ka ce ka haɗa formula ne calculator wanda kana bashi radius zai maka lissafin area of circle. To yanzu a misali sai muka ce sai mu fara me formula circle sai mun fara defining me pi. Pi is equal to 3.14 duka a cikin function din. Sai mu ce area kuma sai mu sa me formula area. Sai mu ce area pi ne idan aka yi multiplying ɗinsa da r da ka bada kowane r da za ka bada. Pi is constant tunda an san formula ba ta number pi ba ta canza ba, r kaɗai ne ke canza. Sai mu ce r to the power of 2. Me ƙarshen return abin da ke cikin area bayan an yi lissafin. Ko ba haka yanzu ku duba bayanin da ba dai lissafa ba running zan ba. Muka ce defining function zami me sunan function ɗin area of circle. Muka ce me parameter ɗin da ake bukata a bada wani parameter guda ɗaya mai suna r. To me definition ɗin za mu fara cewa to a cikin formula akwai abin da ake kira pi kuma shi pi ɗin is 3.14. Shi za ka fara sa tunda ai area is dependent on pi. Sai muka ce to area is equal to abin da ke cikin pi wato 3.14 times square ɗin r, pi r square, ko ba haka ba, times square ɗin r. So that means za a lissafa ko duk sanda ka ba da r za a zo a ce 3.14 times abin da ka bayar as r to the power of 2 sai a baka amsar. Abin da nake nufi shine yanzu idan muka ce na yi executing formula na yi saving function din, idan na ce area of circle function din nan me yake nema yana bukatan parameter guda ɗaya wato me value din radius in r kenan. Idan na saka 2 idan na yi running kawai ba abin da zai lissafin kawai zai yaban amsa. It means area of a circle mai radius 2 is equal to 12.56. kin ga kin hada calculator kenan ko kuma a ce formula yanda yanzu a misali kin riga kin hada formula wanda kawai shi abin da yake so ka ga mai me radius ya baka me formula area. Kun ga bambancin wannan da wanda muke a class ba sai kai ta shan wahala ba, wannan is repetitive, you can use it continuously. Idan aka canza area aka ce area is 10, very simple sai ka ƙara lissafawa zai baka area of the circle. Idan area of the circle is 7, radius of the circle is 7, ka lissafa zai canza ya baka. To wannan shine formula ka riga ka yi saving formula area of a circle a cikin notebook ɗinka kenan. Any question or confusion? No question. So that's how we can say it can just be as simple as squaring a number. Za kana so kana squaring number, kawai ka ce number da aka bayar a bada square dinsa. So let's say we define a function called square. Sai muka ce to number mu ce number ko to idan muka ce square kawai za mu iya cewa ya yi mana return number times number, ai shi ne square ko ba haka ba. Who understands what this function would do?
Jujus.
I'm listening. It will what?
It will multiply the number by itself. It's just like length and breadth is the same thing.
Yeah, so it's just basically square. I think that is square. It can be maybe you can even just say 2 haka. Ko ba haka ba. It's the same thing. Or just like we did, you can say number. Right? So if you execute this, if you any question? if you execute this and you pass any number to it, it will square it for you. If you say 23 now, it will give, let's use simple number, it will give you the square of 4. Idan ka ce 4, it will give you the square of 4, it will give you 16. Idan ka ce 9, it will give you 81, and so on and so forth. So that's how you define a function. Simple way to define a function. So, and we said a function can take more than one argument, can take two arguments, for instance. Let's say you collected a data of students, or collected data from a Google form. You brought the data into your Python, and you realize that all they have is first name and then last name. So you can create a function that will just add this anywhere you have this kind of problem, it can just merge it for you. You understand? How can you create this function? Let's say def and call it full name, right? And then we can say the full name. We should pass an argument. I've forgotten. It should be anytime a person is given a first name and then last name, it should add the name. So full name should be equal to, let's call this one generate full name. Generates full name. Full name should be equals to first name plus last name. So instead of doing this once, you are just saving it as a function so that you can easily call it back again. We've done all these things. So return what? Full underscore name. So that's that. So what this function will do is, idan abin da ake da shi first name ne da last name, idan ka saka wayannan sunayen a cikin generate full name, kawai sai haɗe su ne ya baka results. So let's try it and see. So let's say generate full name. Let's call the function generate full name, and I say the first name is Aisha and the last name is Shehu, for instance. Once I execute this, it should give me the full name, Aisha Shehu. But we are faced with that same problem all over again. How do you solve this problem when they had a sunan bar space? How do you solve
You just put gap.
You put gap
You should put
where? You know it's going to be inside the function.
before the S.
This one before here.
No, before the S.
Where exactly? Let me understand where you mean.
There.
Where I put it now.
You are there.
But this
Like
is
that, sir.
yeah, this is not ideal. Does that mean anytime you want to test it, you have to remember to put space here? Why not solve the problem inside your function so that once you solve it once, you don't need to be doing it again? What if you are not entering the names manually? What if the names were saved as variables? Maybe not the first name, not last name. Say yeah. So you have to solve the problem inside your function. The way you solve it is you create space, you add space here. I think we did this, Aiko. You solve the problem by adding space. Maybe you say and then plus. Shikenan. Huh? But you remember now, ba?
Yes.
So
now
na
quotations space aka sa a ciki kawai?
space aka sa a ciki. so that shi ma idan ya tashi concatenating ba zai haɗe su ba, zai ba da space. So yanzu idan kika yi running function din, kowane suna kika sa ba sai kin zo kin ba da space a cikin sunan ba, kawai in kika yi running da kansa zai ba da space. You see it ba? So that's how powerful function is. You can keep reusing it, reusing it, reusing it. You can keep using it continuously. So, any question?
Let me see the this thing. I'm not writing, but I just
No,
want
yeah,
to
no.
see
If you
it
want to type as maybe probably someone has question. You can type it. Any question?
Okay.
Any question?
Seems bad question.
All right. So this is a function with multiple parameters. So it's not as if it's only first name, last name. You can have multiple names. It's not about name self. You can have a function with multiple arguments, right? Let's say you want to add 3 numbers, or you want to, okay, what formula do you know in maths and physics that has, let's say, three variables? Yeah, I did not do maths. Like something with 3 variables. Let's create fake formula. Let's create this, we forgot it. Let's assume what has length times breadth times height? What is that has length times breadth times height? 3 sides, I don't know.
It's rectangle.
Let me cylinder.
So, me, I don't know. Let's ask. Is it what?
Is it
Length times breadth times height. I want 3 different variables.
I think it's cylinder, bro.
Let's call it whatever formula.
Whole square.
So me, I don't know. So it can be L, B, H, right? So I want to show you that it can take any number of arguments as long as you define it. Because you want it to return what? What do you want it to return? You want it to return all the things that you've typed. So you can say, also let's make it make sense. Let's say what formula is equal to length times b times h times, right? So you can now say return formula. So what I'm trying to say is it can take any argument and you can use it anyhow you want. So now if I say whatever and then I pass it, let's say 5, 7, 6, 4, for instance, you see that it will do the multiplication and just give you the response. Why is it booting now? Oh, I've not run this code yet. All right, so it will do the multiplication for you and it will just give you the answer. So it can take any number of arguments as long. What is it?
Do you input the
Number?
The values for LH. Yes.
When calling on the function bar, by itself it will go and substitute. Now that I say whatever and I put 5, 6, 4, it will go back to the function and check what the formula is. Where L is, it will put 5. Where B is, it will put 6. Where H it is, it will put 4. And then it will times all of them together and to give you the response.
I understand.
All right. So there is something a function with arbitrary arguments, meaning you want to create a function but you don't know the number of arguments it will need. Like, it might be 2, it might be 3, it might be 4, it might be anything, or it might even be 1. So you can just create a function with arbitrary arguments. How do you do that? Some of these things will not come in handy now, but you might need them later. But it's good to know, especially you don't know where you might come across it, maybe in an interview go on out. So let's the way you use arbitrary arguments is, let's say the problem is we've not done looping. So that's the problem. But I can just introduce you to some of the arbitrary arguments. So let's say sum all numbers. Right? Okay, I did not put the parentheses and the arguments. So if you don't know how many arguments the function, summation doesn't have to be 2 numbers or 3 numbers now. It can be the number of, like a calculator. Calculator can sum multiple numbers. So you don't know the number of the what's it called?
Yeah.
Arguments you need. So you just put asterisk and you put args or anything you want there, as long as you use asterisk first. Let's say numbers, for instance. Right? So let's say we now typed let's say total is equal to, so here you need something that I would explain when we get, this is our next course of action. I don't know whether you've done it on Sunday. This is what we do. By then we would have done our total plus, I think this would work. Return total. Don't worry about all these things I put here. I just want you to understand that if you want to create a function where you did not define the number of arguments at first, you can just or let's okay, we can use name now. Some people might have 3 names, I think, but no, still we still need a loop. We still need a loop to use it. So let's just let's look at this. So this is supposed to sum numbers, right? Regardless of how many numbers we provided. So what it's saying is, let's say you want to sum 3 numbers, 2 numbers, sum all nums, and then you provided 2 numbers. You run it. What's your problem? I forgot this. So if you give it 2 numbers, it will add it. If you like, you can add and make it 3. It will also add that third number. You can make it 4. It will add. So this particular function does not depend on some fixed arguments. It can take as many arguments as possible, as long as you say asterisk and you put the parameter name. It can be anything here. Just put asterisk and then you pass the argument. It can solve anything for you. But we've not done for loop, so you might not understand what is happening here. So I think on Sunday, in the next class on Sunday, we'll do for loops, so you'll be able to understand it better, right? So we said there is a way you can. One last thing about function. I think we did all this. Yeah, we did all this. So let's solve some typical questions that comes up before we call it a day. Or any question you have asked.
Wannan iskar da ake yi gaba ɗaya yanzu wani kawai a fuske.
This guy here.
Shirayin sama da Allah.
Wala iska ake bana
Here? Where?
Sama kadan. Kadan.
Are you talking about here?
Ba nan ba na sama da. Kafin ya fito da Aisha din nan, waje concat ne.
This one?
Yawa, let me see what am I not doing right? Okay. Na gode sir.
Uh-huh. So
Okay.
so before we end the class, I think we should go through, before we meet on Sunday, we should go through a new topic. Conditionals. We should introduce conditionals. Those that were there in class, so you've seen this. What conditionals are. So what are conditionals, Mr. Yusuf?
That is for a code to run, it has to meet a kind of
Yeah. So conditionals.
option, right?
Yeah. So a block of it's when a condition needs to be met. Say if for a code to run, just like you said, a condition has to be met to allow a code to run. So in almost every language or every programming or computer processing tool, you have conditional statements. Those that have used Excel, you have is, else if, and else, all those statements. You have if, ifs, and the rest. So Python also has conditional statements that you can use to run your codes, to look at things and run your code. And the syntax for conditional statement is, for a particular condition, do this, or execute this code, if the condition is met, right? So this is how it works. Where does it come in handy? You use this in a lot of things, like in programming games, and the likes. All right, so wait, so that even reminds me. Sorry, I'm responding to someone's text. Riley hasn't come to our class yet, but she missed that Thursday class. Are you in this class?
Even Suleiman was like asking me this morning that when are we? It's like he's not in the group, right?
Okay, he's not in the group. Yeah. Okay, I'll add him to the group. All right, so
Okay.
let's look at a use case of our conditional statements. Let's look at a use case. Let's say you have a site that only allows adults to enter to, or to log in the site. What is the logic behind the website that is at the backbone of the website that is giving access or preventing access? Let's say a person has to be equals to 18 before they are allowed access into a particular building, right? So what is working behind the scene? If a person says he is 14, that the website will tell him, will not give him access. Or if the person is 18 or above, the website will now give him access. What is working behind the scenes is a conditional statement, right? So let's say age is 18. You want to give this person access. You want to say a message that will give the person access or not. So you can say if age is greater than or equals to 18. This is the conditional statement, because we say you first give the condition and then you tell Python what you want it to do. So you say if age is greater than or equals to 18, maybe print you can enter, for instance, right? So you are saying the condition is the person's age has to be greater than or equals to 18 before he will be allowed to enter. So when you execute this now, it will say you can enter, right? Or if the person is not up to 17, it will not show a message, right? Because he did not meet this condition. How it works is that a block, or the way it works is Python scripts are normally executed sequentially, right, from top to bottom. So like for instance, this cell now is a Python script. The way it works is that age will first be executed, the variable will be saved inside it, and then it will now check if age is greater than or equals to 18. It will check, does this particular has this particular condition been met here. If it has not been met, it will not carry out this block of code. If it is met, it will now carry out this block of code. Now if I say the age is 20, as you can see, it will check, is the age greater than 20? Yes. It will now say, okay, what did you say it should do if this condition has been met? You said if the age is 18 or above, it should print you can enter. Bam. So as you can see, it has shown that you can enter. This in a real device, this might not be a printing, this might not be something you print. It might be maybe a process that will be executed, right? It might be if age is greater than or equals to 18, go to next page, or open the site, you understand, open the the page or something, the link or something. So it's the same logic. But now this is a poor code, because if someone tries to enter password now, for instance, or let's use the age, if you try to enter a website, if your age is not up to the required age, what normally happens? There should be a message, right?
It denies is something, right?
Yes, there should be a particular message like maybe you can't access you are too young or something. Let's say you are too young. So it means you just giving response if the condition has been met is not enough. You have to provide another response for those that did not meet the condition. Wato idan age bai kai 18 ba, sai me to? Yanzu idan age bai kai 18 ba, a misali age is 17. Idan na executing ɗinsa ba zai ba da komai ba, which means ba a ba shi umarni ba cewa kawai shi duba yayi is age up to 18, ya ga no, is false, his age is not 18, is false, kawai to ba zai executing wannan ba, shikenan sai bar shi haka. But this is not a finished code. You need to provide another condition, right? So you can say if age is not 18, that is the else statement. If the condition is not met, print you are not
Underage.
you are underage. Okay, let's say you are underage. I need to off this thing. I keep forgetting to off this nonsense. All right, so you are underage, right? So if age is 18, you are underage. If its age is not, so you have two conditions now. That it will first check is age ya kai 18 ko ya fi 18. Idan ya kai zai nuna you can enter. Idan ko bai kai ba, it is less than 18, zai ce you are underage. So now the age is 17. If I execute this, it will first check is age up to 18. No, is 17. So it will not print you can enter. It will leave this if statement. It will now go down. It will now see that you said if this one has not been met, it should say you are underage, right? So when I execute it, you can see that it is going to print you are underage. You are not up to the age, right? Any question so far? Madam Memuna, do you have a question? Memuna doesn't have a question. All right, so no question, ba? This is straightforward.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say for whatever reason you want to add, let's say it's a party and you don't want old people to come and spoil your party for you, right? So you have an age limit for both people too young and too old, right? So you don't want someone that is a particular age. Let's say you don't want people that are 45 and above to attend your party. What do you now do? That means these two conditions are not enough because you want it banda a ce you can enter idan mutum ya kai 18 kuma in bai kai ba a ce you are underage. Kana so a ce maybe you are overage or you are too old for the party. You understand? So how do you add this third condition? That means
That's really
yawa, these two will not be enough. You need to add a third condition. We want a condition that idan mutum ba 18 bane, idan mutum ya kai 45 a misali, a ce you are too old for the party, right? So what do you now do? How do you add this condition? Alhalin kuma iya if and else ya kure condition din guda biyu ne kawai, guda biyu zai iya dauka. So this is where something else was, you have something else in Python, right, called else Elif. So let's assume you have this. If you want it to say you are overage, you are too old for the party, you add another statement called Elif. So Elif is used to add conditions that are more than two. You can have one condition. It's either your condition has been met or it was not met. Amma kila conditions in yana da yawa. If a politician tries to contest in APC and he was not given the ticket, right? He lost the primary election and then he has other options. He can go to ADC, he can go to PDP, he can go to NDC, right? So Elif gives you the opportunity to add other conditions. Na farko, if Mr. Yusuf was given the gubernatorial ticket for Kano in APC is true, to he can run for APC. Idan an hana shi a APC kuma, then you now say Elif for NDC a misali. Was he given the candidate the ticket for NDC? Yes, so he can run for NDC. Idan an hana shi a NDC, you will now check for Elif ADC. Was he given the candidates in ADC? No. Yes, so he can run for ADC. If he was refused the candidacy and he now go to PDP, he now go to PDP, you now contest in PDP, maybe they give him the candidacy there, you now run for the election. So that's what Elif does. So let's look at Elif. We have three conditions. We want to check is the age, if the person up to 18, if the person is up to 18, they can enter. If the person is uh more than 45, they are too old. If the person is less than 18, they are too young. So let's pass the condition. Let's say if the person is more than, greater than or equals to 45. So what is the message? Print, oga, you are too old, sir, for the party, right? So why am I seeing an error? Okay, I forgot age. If age is, all right, so we still have you are underage as the result, because age is, let's add age here. Let's create a new variable called age. So once you ask the person their age and they say their age is 50, for instance, 60 or 60, you want to see, why am I saying, okay, you want to see, why am I saying you can enter? Okay, yeah, I forgot to do this the right way. So let's see. Okay, let me ask you guys, I don't know whether you can troubleshoot this and see what the problem is. I say the age is 60 and it says you can enter. Why?
Because when you the first condition you give, if it's above 18,
Yes.
anything since it's above 18, so
Yo,
it will run the
uh-huh.
first argument
Yo,
and forget about the second
the
one.
rest. So how do you fix this now?
Not run the command age is
Now, what did you say?
you run the command first.
I should
You
run
run the command first
before I put the age.
Yes.
But how is it going to check now? It's
So
not.
before you print.
We can, I think, where we read our if first this thing, or we can give the age in range.
Okay.
Right?
How?
Between 18 to 45, for example.
Yeah. So that's actually good. You can say if age is greater than or equals to 18 and age is less than 45. Cool? You get?
Yeah.
So when you run it now, Oga, you are too old, sir. You see it, wa? We did operators, so your operator, we did not do it, but they are in the notes. This and or operators, they are in the notes. I told you guys to read them. If you not read them, or yeah, is your case. You can search YouTube to see how you can use and. But for this, let's say you did not. One of the ways you can do this, you might decide that you don't want to put this. You can rearrange now. The one that will create a problem is the age is greater than or equals to 45. Since it's the highest, you start with it. You can say 45 first. So it will, if the person is greater than 45, it will check chicken. If the person is 18, I'm sorry, 25, 23, right? This one will fail now. Go. It will now go to 18. You now make this 18. You understand? So this one will fail.
But sir, hello sir.
Yes.
Like this one now, 65, 60 will pass.
Where? Which one?
This our first argument.
Yeah. If age is greater than. Yes, I'm saying, okay, you change all the arguments. Or guy, you are too old, would come back to the top. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Here will now be you can enter. You get? So that means it will first check the first condition. Is the person older than 45? If yes, it will print Oga, you are too old. Idan kuma if the person is greater than 18, that means less than 45. You don't need to put that. It will now print you can enter. Because now if you say 22 and you execute it, it will not print Oga, you are too old. It will print you can enter. And then the last one, else, print you are underage. If the person is underage, let's say 13, it will now print
So I'm confused.
Yes, very good. That's how we like it. We like confusion. So where are you confused? What happened?
Wannan arrangement ne ni ban gane shi ba gaba ɗaya.
To bara a cire, bari mu mai da shi yanda yake da ki gane me ya faru. Mr. Yusuf, you want to sleep?
My eye don't close itself.
We are almost done. Okay, it's 9:51. Let's explain this then.
Me, I can see you until 11.
So what happened here is, here they get you are confused. Mun ce age 60 ne. To sai muka ga cewa dole za mu haɗu da wani problem a hanya idan muna so mu executing code din nan. Saboda condition na farko shine kawai age ya wuce 18. In dai age ya wuce 18, ya bada you can enter. Kuma kin ga 60 is greater than 18. Kina executing, zai bada you can enter. Kin gan shi you can enter, right? So to mu kuma matsalar da aka samu shine mun ƙara wani condition din cewa duk wanda ya wuce 45 ba zai shiga wannan party din ba. You oga, you are too old, sa muke so ya ce. Amma kuma kin ga 60 is more than 45. Amma still kuma yana nuna mana oga, you can enter instead of oga, you are too old. Sabida shi babu ruwan Python conditional statement. Da zarar condition an riga an meeting ɗinsa, babu ruwansa da waɗanda suka biyo baya. It will ignore the rest. Shikenan number nan ya wuce 1860 ne, to shikenan ai an samu condition din. Kawai zai printing oga, you can enter. Ya gama da if statement in kenan. Ya gama da conditional statement. Ba ruwansa da sauran. To shine muka ce ya za mu iya gyarawa saboda kada a samu matsalar nan. Tunda 45 za a fara tararwa kafin 18, kuma shine first shine condition din, shi ma yana da nashi condition din. Sai muka ce to me zai hana nan din ya zama 45, saboda if statement din ya fara duba 45 din. Kin ga idan aka samu matsalar cewa age din is more than 45 ne, shi za a fara duba a ga is it 45 and above. Idan 45 and above ne, shikenan a bada you oga, you can enter. To ko da bai kai 45 ba, easily bari mu mai da shi yanda yake da. I cannot type. La, subhanallah. All right. All right. So idan kika sa 60 a nan, idan kika yi rearranging, kika dawo da 45 sama, kika mai da 18 ƙasa, zai fara duba 45 din. 60 is more than 45, ko zai ce oga, you can enter. To wannan ba zai ba da wani problem ba, saboda ko dawa kika mai da wannan 20, abinda zai fara duba ai yafi zai fara duba is it up to 45. Tunda age din cewa akai condition din farko shine daga 45 zuwa sama oga, you can enter ne. To amma 20 bai kai 45 ba, to that means this condition would fail. Sannan za a zo a duba na biyan, sai aka ce daga 18 zuwa sama, to 20 yana cikin range in 18 zuwa sama kenan. So wannan condition has passed, so it will now print you can enter instead of oga, you muka sa 60 oga, you are too old, sir.
I don't understand.
You still don't understand? So hello, sir, but me, I have it's not better we pass the way we did it, as in use the hand.
Yes, it is better, but you can come across code where you are not the one that write it now. Okay, let's use the other one. Let's use the other one so that we can make it simpler before we call it a day. Let's just use the other one. It's good that you speak out now, because all these things are all the main part of Python. Koko dai bara ne on bari in mai da shi yanda yake ta ni gaskiya I'm too lazy to type. Alright, so and statements, he's saying we should use za ana iya passing condition guda biyu a waje daya a if statement da. Yanzu a misali sai muka ce range muke so mu passing, mun ce age ya zama greater than 18 and kuma amma age ya zama is less than 45. To kin ga wannan ya bada range kenan. And statement din nan zai hada conditions din nan guda biyu. Zai tabbatar age ya kai 18 and above, amma kuma bai kai 45 ba, zai tsaya daidai 44. So amfanin haka shine tunda age din nan ya fi 60, ya fi 18 amma kuma is less than 45, so wannan condition din has failed, it has not been met. Sai I skipping, Python zai skipping ɗinsa, sai je next condition. Age is 60, is it greater than 45? Shikenan an yi meeting second condition din. It's very very confusing if you confuse yourself. So I don't know, maybe when you sit down you go through it, or you use AI to explain it for you better, you'll be able to see how you can come across the problem. Because if you don't know like now I have an assignment for you guys. The assignment is that create a conditional statement that would determine the grade of a person. Say let's say grade, me grade din mutum A ne, B ne, C ne da sauransu. How do you know the grade? Is from scores. What did the person score in the exams? Is it 45? Is it 65? Is it 45? Da sauransu. So you want an if statement that will have a range. So you decide what is A in your school. Is A 70 to 100? Is A 70 to 100? Go. I don't know. What is B? B is you people should tell me now. I did not go to school. Oh. B is 60 to 69. I'm talking about grades. No makaranta pa. Me C. Menene C? C is
See, 50 above, go.
50
50 to 59.
50 to 59.
to 59.
50 to 59.
Ba haka ake a Excel ba. Malaman makaranta, this is how you use if statement to create grade in Excel. You are not supposed to be putting A and B and C inside your Excel. D is what? 45 to 50, go. 45 to 49.
Okay.
Alright, so babu E yanzu aiko. Let's say F is anything less than 45. Or let's say F is equal to 0 to 44.
30 to 39.
E, har yanzu akwai E? Wane ne 30 to 39? E ko me? F pa? Ana E har yanzu? To bari mu sa E. E 30 to 39 kika ce ko?
40 to
Okay.
40 dai ko?
40 to 44.
44, yes.
To yanzu da wannan abin yanda ake yi a Excel da ka iya kirkiran grade da shi. You understand? It's very, how do you kirkiri grade with this? You can just say
Use if statement.
you use your if statement. How do you start the if statement? You can just start it with if and then you say score, because you will have somewhere that you saved score that you keep changing it. Maybe score can be equals to anything at first, so you can keep changing it to test. So if score is you now decide, is it greater than or equals to? You decide on your own. What do you start from? Do you start from F? Do you start from 70 or what? You decide on your own. You now say if print let's say grade A, for instance, right? Let's put it inside parentheses, right? So let's test it. Let's say it's 80, for instance. Score is 80. So when I run this, A, when I run this, it will print grade A, right? So I want you to do it for all from A so that I will now test it. I'll test score. I can put 0, I can put 10, I can put any number, and it should reflect the right grade. So
Sir?
that's your assignment. Any question before we end it?
Go by C at C.
Now,
Are we to stop at C? Because if else, if Elif the else.
very
You
good.
can use multiple Elif now.
You see, these kind of questions are good. You Elif makes you use unlimited conditions. After if, since you have multiple conditions, you can just be using Elif, the next
Elif.
condition, Elif, the next condition. The only thing is your last condition should be else. Shikena.
Okay.
You understand? You can just keep using Elif, 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 Elif. Your last condition just has to be else. So this is how you use conditional statements. And then this is the last thing we have.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Me, I have question here.
Yeah.
Now, let's assume I say B, Elif. Now I say if I'm starting from A. If score is greater or equal to 70, print grade A, right? And I come to C, and I say Elif, score is greater than 60, for example. Equal or greater than,
Okay.
equal or greater than.
Greater or equals to 60.
Yes, sir. Print B. Now, what is 70 not inclusive of this my condition?
So you are
Because if I
saying
say greater than 60,
that was the problem we solved the other time. I thought you understood now. The issue is, yes, 70 can be included here, but conditional statement in Python does not care about multiple. You cannot be included in multiple conditions.
okay.
The first one that was met, Shikena. If here is 70, what will happen? A will be met now. So there is no longer any need for the rest. You understand? The advantage is that B has been excluded here, because anything less than 70 will be excluded here. That means the person did not get A. I'm even giving you expose.
You've already given it.
So go and try.
Yes,
All right.
okay,
So
then. Thank you.
I believe that's all for today's class. Any question? Mr. Nathan Obadiah, you've been online. I didn't even know. Or is he sleeping?
I think that was it.
Yeah, probably he's sleeping or he did not unmute his mic. All right.
He wanted to participate. There was a problem.
All right. So that's all for today. We should meet on Sunday for the next class. So the next thing on Sunday is to see how to use these if statements in some of your programming. Any question?
Sir?
Bar question?
Hello, sir.
I can hear you.
Sir, please scroll up.
Wane range in kike so kome?
Wanda na sama range.
This one?
In my edge.
Wannan?
Bana screen din ne.
Ko na kace screen din ne. Can you all see the screen? I believe I'm sharing the screen.
Yes, you are still sharing.
All right.
Maybe it's a network.
Maybe I should minimize it a bit.
The network.
Yanzu
Network.
ba, har yanzu ba kya ganin screen din?
I tell my sucker.
That's okay. It's a network. It's a network. It was Aisha ba?
Mm.
Okay, no problem. My problem is I don't have this thing else anywhere. You know, when I'm teaching this thing, sometimes inspiration of a better way to teach it comes to my head. That's why you see that I don't have. I might have the note too, but I'll feel like this. You can do it better like this. You can do it better like that. So I think I will just drop the code in the group. But the what's it called? The indentation will be lost. Maybe I would copy. Um, I'll screen grab it and then I'll share it with you guys.
Okay. So,
Uh,
so if
Now,
I think over there, this someone is talking.
okay, Mr. Nathan, Mr.
Yeah.
Nathan.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sorry, my network is really bad. Like the thing is just vibrating. I hardly
Yeah.
hear you. Like the voice is shaking. But I want to ask a question based on what you saying right now. I'm seeing.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. This conditional statement, the if, elif, and else. I want to know why the if and elif don't have that column. Like only else have column. Like the one that your cursor is blinking on
Okay,
right
okay,
now.
I get.
It has the
I
column.
get. So,
Yes, then if and elif don't have the column.
yes, okay. So actually they do have.
Else have,
Yes, I get
that's
it.
what I just want to
Yeah.
understand.
So actually they do have a column. It's at the end of the line, code line. It's right here. Look at the column here. Elif also has a colon here. But I understand what you are saying. Why is else? The question should have been why is else not carrying any condition? Like why doesn't else have age greater than or what and the rest? So else is like the end or it closes your conditional statement. Is what you use to close the conditional statement. All these ones are the conditions. If is one condition, elif is the second condition, else is when these two has not been met. You now say give me anything. Amusali, you say you ask someone to go and buy coca-cola for you, a child to buy coca-cola for you. You now the child now ask that okay what if they don't have coke. You now say okay get me pepsi. the this is if is the first condition is coke. The child now say what if they don't have coke. You now say okay if they don't have coke get me pepsi, which is elif. If no coke, elif get me pepsi. The child now said okay what if they don't have pepsi. You now say well get me any other thing, get me anything else. You see this is doesn't have any other condition. So that is the last. You have reached the last, your last condition. So it doesn't hold anything like age is equal to, you understand. So that's why you don't need to put all these things. You have come to the end.
All right.
I don't know if it's
so
clear.
if and elif, the
Yeah.
column is at the end, and then this else is because it's the last.
Yes.
This thing. That's why as the minute you put the else, you close it, and
Yes, that means
okay.
you don't need. That's the last. That's the last thing. That means
Yes.
these two
You don't need to
conditions.
put anything.
Yes, these two conditions were not met. If you did not meet these two conditions, though, that means then the last thing is the last condition. The else, you will not use else statement as the last condition.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Mm-hmm.